Hello Aquarius, I'm Ulrich, I'm a Lenormand card reader, and today we will do the Lenormand card reading for the sign of Aquarius for the month of December. But before we start, I want to wish you all happy holidays. I hope you have a very prosperous financial year, and of course, I also hope that you all stay in top health. That is my wish for you for the coming year. Anyway, coming back to the card reading, as always, we will do 4 card readings for the sign of Aquarius for the month of December. And these are based on the natural elements in your astrological chart, or for some of you on your time of birth. These basic elements are air, earth, water, and fire. Now, the 4 objects that you always see on my table are directly connected to those elements. So you choose or you pick one that you think relates most to your personality, or you choose one you feel most comfortable with. This object of your choice, it should or it will relate the best to your current situation. However, if the object and the related video does not match your first choice, please check the other videos that are directly connected in the same session. Anyway, the matches represent the fire element, the stone represents the earth element, the aerosol sprayer represents the air element, and the shell represents the water element. Also, I want to add, if you have questions, you can always post them behind in the comments, and after, if I have time, of course, I will respond on that. Anyway, here we go, Aquarius, for your Lenormand card reading for December 2021. Hello Aquarius, and welcome to the Shell or the Water group for your Lenormand card reading for the month of December 2021. As the first card there in the corner, we see the coffin. The coffin is not an easy card, it's a card of transformation. It means that there's a big transformation going on in your life. Probably we are in a difficult situation in our life, or we are reflecting a lot. This could literally mean that your mind is in a state of transforming. Sometimes for some people also it could mean some bodily changes. It means they gain weight, they lose weight, they work more out. This is what we all see here with this card. Anyway, this points, if we are in a difficult situation, probably we need to change our path, because we have the crossroads here also. So we need to probably change the direction that we are going in. We need to decide here, and probably it will take some time because the coffin is a slow card. We need to take time to reflect which way we are about to go. If we are trying to force something with the coffin, it don't work. It takes all time. This is a slow card. In combination with the tower, especially, these are 2 slow cards. It will all take some time with the things that are going on here in your life with this combination. Also, here this card is ruled by Pluto. You need to look in deep inside yourself for getting out of this situation, to see how you want to proceed with this situation. This is what we are seeing here. Then the tower on the central card here, it tells us here that we cannot see things clear here, what is about to come, because the coffin is closed. If there are structural changes in our life about to come, we cannot see exactly where this is going. As I said, it will take time. We must, with these 2 cards, we must examine, investigate our personal situation. If things are hopeless, if things are not bearing any fruits in our life, we literally need to let go and move in a different way in our life. Anyway, it points also that we probably need to be persistent in difficult situation. We need to find our strength for moving out of this situation. Also, discipline sometimes is required with this card. And then we have the coffin and the snake here. Here we see that if this situation or the environment that we are functioning in, here it's advised here that we move away from it. Probably the snake turns away and moves away from the situation. So probably here you will slowly think about it. This is a smart card here, the snake, and the coffin is psychological card. So you will need to find for a solution for going in another direction, because you're literally here on the crossroads. So you will need to see that you find the psychological approach here for going in the direction that you want to go. Here we see that it's probably for the best that you turn away from there. Maybe the situation, it's a dead end. You come literally at a dead end, because this is the coffin and the crossroads. So you're at a dead end. You see, there is no more advancement in this situation that you're in. It's not necessarily in the whole part of your life, but here we see in some parts of our life, it will be like that, that we literally need to take a split decision, or we need to go in the other road, because you're literally in front of a roadblock, roadworks, things that are not function anymore. So you need to take the detour for finding your way out here. This is what we are seeing here. It's possible also, because of all these transformations, psychologically, physically, sometimes you're very tired. So this is what we are seeing here. So we need to take care of our health. We need to see that we take enough vitamins, minerals. Pluto is about spore elements. Here we need to see that we have sufficient vitamins and all these things in our body. This is what we are seeing here. As I said, there could be bodily transformations here going on here. Anyway, if you have certain desires in your life, it's possible that you say this is not the right time. Like you put your desires in the closet, literally, and you say we just wait for a while and we see here where this is going. It's possible that the person in your environment, a brother, a sister, somebody close to you, is also in a difficult situation, and maybe you can talk to each other about that. This is what we are seeing here. Anyway, this card points us also to make these choices in a silent way. These are two silent cards, so probably you don't feel a lot like talking about it, and we want to make these choices alone and in quiet. We want to reflect over them before we move into this new situation here that is coming towards us. Anyway, here we see that if we had certain goals before, these goals are about to change. When Pluto passes in our astrological chart, or in a laying here, it means that the situation that is going on or that was before is never coming back. So if you are in a difficult situation, this is the end of this situation, and it will never appear as it comes now. Pluto comes and then everything is changed. Everything is changed and nothing comes and was as it is before. So this is like a total makeover. You could see it like that also, that we are seeing here with this combination. Then we're gonna mirror the man and the mice here in the bottom, the bottom corner cards here. Here we need to see that we are careful what we are doing. Maybe there's a person in our life who is not totally honest with us. This is what we are seeing here with this combination. In another way, if this person would be you in the laying, it could point that your health, as we saw earlier here, is not so very good. So we need to see here that we are taking care of our health. Also, this combination, it points to all these small irregularities, because the mice are small problems, and maybe there's a lot, and it puts stress on you. The birds here are stressed. These are two stressed cards. So it's all these changes that are going on in your life, they put stress on you. So here you see here that, and it works literally on our body. Here, sometimes we literally lose ourselves, we give up interests. It's possibly here also that we decide to detox our body. Literally here, this is what we are saying here. It's possible that sometimes also people to you, they try to badmouth you. This is what we see here also with this combination. And sometimes you don't have the energy to respond on it. And then later on you think, why I did not respond on it? It's probably because you have less energy. It's like you are not whole here, like there's something missing here in your life here, or in your mind here, and you are in the time of reflection. Then we go in the horizontal line here. We have the coffin and the crossroads here. Here, as I said, this is literally the end of the road, the end of a phase. You come in a move phase. If this is changing all now, it means that this is going on for a long time already. For a longer time, because these two are slow cards. It's possible that this is moving until the end of the month, because these are two slow cards. So it's possible that this such situation is only solved at the end of the month. And for some of these groups, some of this situation will not be solved by the end of the month. This is what we are seeing here. Also with this combination here, we have, it's like we restrict ourselves, we restrain ourselves for certain freedoms. We don't want to choose. Also, we have the feeling that we are on the right track. We know we need to choose new directions in our life here. We are thinking about decisions. Aquarius is a very mental sign, so there's a lot of going on in the mind here. Sometimes for Aquarius, it's not easy to change because it's a fixed sign. The mind is very fixed, and here this brings a very difficult situation in the mind here. This is what we are seeing, but we are in front of closed roads. We need to choose, and because we need to choose, we draw in ourselves and we don't have freedom. Freedom is very important for Aquarius, and it's like you're missing your freedom. Before you felt free, and now it's like you have no way out here. This is what we are seeing here with this combination. It's like here it's possible also that you grieve about something, or that you're very sad about something. This is what we are seeing here. It's possible that we are confronted, that we need to let certain fruitless situations go in our life. We need to face these moments of grief. Then we have the crossroads and the snake here. Here we see that our path is not straight. The snake, it moves around and it changes direction. And here we see if we want to use certain targets or certain ways in our life or certain changes in our life, we cannot go the direct way. Mostly we can make a choice, but here we see that it's like very difficult to make direct choices. It's like we are coming somewhere, we need to change direction. We are coming there and we need to change again. This is what we are seeing here with this combination. It's possible also because you always need to change and you cannot focus your mind on one thing here, that it makes us distracted, less focused here. This is what we are seeing here. Also, at all times, we need to be careful here, because people sometimes around us, certain people around us, might not be totally honest with this combination. It might be that there is something going on in your life, and maybe a person in your life is also jealous of you, because this combination points to jealousy. I want to also mention, if you are in a form of relationship, the snake always points to triangles. So it means that one of the both parties is intertwined in another relationship. In another way, this points on the work front. If you are competing for something, you're not alone, and these people are working behind you. So you need to be careful also with that. If you're in for some changes, you need to see that you are not worked out in a roundabout way. So you need to be smart here. Normally, these are two psychological cards. You can overcome this, but you need to play it smart. This is what we are seeing here. It's possible even because we have less energy and we see it coming, we go around and we don't even retaliate. We just let it go. But you need to be smart that you don't bring yourself in certain problems. Here we see also that you want to be more independent. You want to follow your own instincts. Maybe you make certain decisions about a partner or a woman in your life. This is what we are seeing here. It's like here you need to make an artificial decision, but you need to make them here. This is what we are seeing here. And we constantly make detours. Sometimes we keep quiet. We don't want to speak. If we are confronted with certain facts, maybe we don't want to speak out and we just keep quiet, and this might be a good thing to do here also. It could also be that it influences your mood a little bit, that you're moody here a little bit because you constantly need to change direction. Then we have, we come here in the next line, we have the bouquet, the tower and the child. The bouquet and the tower, actually, this is a quite good combination. This is the, here is in certain ways of our life, certain paths of our life. I think if this situation there in the upper is resolved here, we come actually in a quite positive situation in our life. If we keep a certain structure here, it's important that we keep a certain structure, and also we keep on good base with people in charge. Then we could maneuver ourselves in a better situation. Here we see also this is the card of renewal. So these are two cards that come back. So if you have work in a positive way, let's say on the work front or with certain people around you, it's like you get the rewards. This is a very good combination. It's like a marriage of Venus and Saturn. And if these two marry, they are very solid towards each other. It's not like it's like a romantic marriage, but if you do this, if you see this on the business or on the work front, it's actually a very good combination and a prosperous combination. These two people, Venus sticks and the tower is fixed. So this is a good combination for prosperous times here, what we are seeing here. If some things would be normally too structured for you, because you worked it out in the past, you can now move ahead in a new situation. This is what we are seeing here with this combination. For some of you, it could also mean, if this points to the job, this could mean a job in like beauty, fashion, because Venus is about beauty, fashion, things that makes life more easy. And Saturn, he puts the structure in that. So this is what we are seeing here. For instance, like I just give a simple example so you understand. If you see a woman on the catwalk or a man, he walks in a certain way. This is what we see here. You walk in a certain way and everybody likes. There's a beauty and a structure here for things that you practiced before here. This is what we are seeing. Sometimes also with this combination, we see the same as we see in the upper there. Sometimes we want to be social, but also we want to withdraw ourselves. We need time for ourselves in this combination. Here also, with these two cards next together, here we see that sometimes we are literally on the stage. We are literally on the stage. It's possible that we are put in the front. Maybe sometimes we don't feel like it, but we are put in the stage here. What we are seeing here with this combination. It's possible also if you worked out a very structure or a plan or an idea for your boss, because Aquarius is ideas. If you work out an idea for your boss before, he says, he's honest to you and he says to you, okay, since you are the one worked out, we share in these profits. So he's honest to you on the financial front here. And it's like something that you did in the past, it returns profits here, and something new is about to begin. It doesn't mean that it's gonna be easy for your person with all these changes. Anyway, this also points to the elite. You work for a certain group of people, or you have certain ideas that are structured in a certain group of people. This is what we see here with this combination. It's possible that this firm that you work for or the business that you work for, it's quite prestigious. It has a prestige here. This is what we are seeing here. If we want and we focus on this new path, it's possible here that we really could achieve a certain milestone in our life. On the sexual front here, if we see this on the sexual front, but I already told you, maybe something is going on there. Just look around you with the snake, because this points to triangles. Here we see that if we have a certain relationship with a woman or with a man, there's a certain structure. It's like we come together at the same time, at the same day for getting together for sex. A fixed day in the week here. This is what we are seeing here with this combination. Anyway, here we see also it will be difficult here sometimes to keep up our walls of defense. Maybe some people will look through us because we are vulnerable. The child is vulnerable sometimes. And maybe here, sometimes we want to put up a mask, because sometimes Pluto, he puts up a mask. And here we see we want to keep our mask, but sometimes we have a hard time here for keeping our mask up. And maybe some people who are closer to us will see that there is something going on here with us. This is what we are seeing here. And it might not be so easy, because sometimes maybe our panzer or our mask may literally come off here. We will cooperate here, but we want to keep also a certain emotional distance of the people here. It doesn't mean we are not charming. We are, because with Venus, we are charming, we are structural, we do everything according to the book. That is not the problem here. In another way, this points to that there's an age difference between the lovers. So if you have a certain partner, if you are a woman or a man, there is an age difference here between the partner. No matter the gender, there could be an age difference. And one of the boats here could be more innocent in the relationship or certain fields of the relationship. This is what we are seeing here. Sometimes also there could be some jealousy here, especially with the snake here. it's possible that one of the both partners is jealous. This is what we are seeing here also, but this also points to beauty. So it means that the couple is high standard. If you go out together as a couple, even the situation is a little bit unclear, or there's triangles going on. If you appear in public, even if the both partners have an age difference, there is like a that the people like that you are together. They feel that you, in a way, you fit together. There's beauty going on here. The couple is very nice if they are on the stage here. This is what we are seeing here. There's a lot of flattery going on here from third parties here. This is what we are seeing here with this combination. It's possible if you present certain ideas or certain structures, because, for instance, in your work, if you present certain structures, Aquarius can have very advanced ideas. And it's possible that some people might be a little bit jealous or frightened that you impose these ideas. Sometimes Aquarius has ideas a long time ahead, and he see what is coming in the future, and he can really focus on that. And for others, this is like the future is opening for them, and they cannot immediately put themselves in that structure. Here, this is what we see here also with this combination. Anyway, here we see that sometimes also we need to keep structure. We need to keep determined on our mind here. This could be a long-term achievement here. If you don't see the results immediately, it will come in the future. The Tower, this combination is a slow combination. This is like a marriage. It's like a marriage. I mentioned this earlier. And if you don't see the results immediately, on the long run, this will bring profits. Your new start will bring fruits later on. This is what we are seeing here. If this is ruled by Saturn, Saturn has circles. So it's like 3.5, 7, 14 years. So here we see here, it's all in a structure. So it could mean that, for instance, in 3 years, you actually see the results of your work here. This is what we are seeing here. You can cut the 3.5 in the middle also, and then you arrive also in a certain way. It's always divided 7, 3.5, and then cut 3.5 in the middle also, and you will see results around that period if you check it out. Anyway, this points also to that we have a wide social circle. The people around us are also mostly good looking, or they are very structured. This is what we are seeing here with this combination. And in general here, we see a lot of age difference here, also in our social circle. Probably here, you are not the only one, or this combination. More people around you have age different relationships here. This is what we are seeing here. Then we have the Tower and the Child. Here we see that we let go of the past. If this difficult situation is over, we let go of the past. We are transforming here. If things have hold us back here, you will be able to move on, and you will learn the important lesson, and you will need to be smart here, intelligent, use your intelligence here with this combination, and you probably will here. Anyway, this indicates also that here we will get more structure in the new year. We will have good things happening to us in the new year, but you will need to focus. You will need to keep your mind very focused. This is what we are seeing here. Anyway, this comes also sometimes, if the ideas are advanced, if you have advanced ideas, we feel lonely. We feel alone because others are unable to grasp these ideas or see what is coming. This is what we see here. We see loneliness. Sometimes inventors sometime, or people who can have a vision for the future or see something in the future, they are alone because others cannot yet see what is coming. This is what we are seeing here. Anyway, this can also point that we educate ourselves more. We do more research here. We are alone in our research. We check it out. It's possible that we behave distant to others because they are unable to grasp the idea. We ourselves, if we have a child, also it's possible that we are a little bit distant towards our children. If we would have a relationship and we have children, it's possible that we behave a little bit distant towards our children also. This is what we are seeing here. Or the reverse is possible, that our children act distant towards us. This is what we are seeing here with this relationship. Also, you will set certain boundaries. If certain authorities or people in charge, they come to you, you will set certain boundaries. You will not let them pass a certain threshold. This is what we see also with this combination. Then we have the man, the birds, and the mice. The man and the birds here, it's this. If this is you as a person, it means that at certain times you will talk a lot, but it doesn't mean that you will say everything. There's a difference between talking and saying everything, especially with the coffin here. You will say the necessary things, but you will not let them look inside yourself. This is what we see here. Anyway, we see here also that the person himself or the person around you, man or a woman, there's some stress here. We saw this earlier, especially these are the two stress cards that we are having here. There's an excitement here, but there's also a nervousness here. And it's possible that you talk more than you want to, and because you are stressed. Some people are talking. What could be good here, it's just an angle that I'm putting here. If you are stressed and you want to be alone, sometimes it's good here that we sing. It releases the soul here. This is what we see here. If you are alone, under the shower even, it could relax here yourself for singing. This is a good combination for that here with this combination. Anyway, we are very quick-witted here with this relationship. We are agile in our mind here. This is what we are seeing here. It's possible that others see us a little bit as fickle because we are in this transformation and people see us a little bit fickle here. We are skittish, we are not relaxed. People see this and they notice this around us. Here with this combination with the birds and the mice, we see here that possibly people are trying to lie to us, or we are trying to not tell the situation as it is. We keep things for ourselves here. But with the mice, if we have certain problems that need to be faced, and we don't face the problems, or we don't face certain facts, the mice tend to breed more as you don't take. For instance, you have vermin in your house, like mice, there is one, you know, if this is a female mice, in a certain period, you will have 20. So here, this is what we see. If there are certain problems in your life, you need to work them out. You need to work these problems out that you have. The best here is to communicate. It doesn't mean you need to say everything. This is what we are seeing here. We see also here that it's possible that people are talking behind your back, and you're a little bit worried about that here. This is what we are seeing here. It's possible maybe you are a lot in social media, and for now you don't want to be too much, but maybe in a way you are obligated. This is what we are seeing here. It's also sometimes it points to noise that we don't want, but we have to face it. This is what we are seeing. With the coffin, sometimes we have a hard time if there is too much noise around us. This is what we are seeing here with this combination. Anyway, this could be a draining situation. The situation could also changing, but you need to take the bull by the horns here. If there are certain communicative problems, if there are certain facts that need to work out, you need to work them out so the problem don't get bigger. This is what we see here. Then we have the coffin, the bouquet, and the man, or the person card, because this is a neutral card. So the coffin and the bouquet here, it points that somebody is returning in your life. Maybe if this person this is a transformation of the relationship, but we, as I said with the snake, look around you. Here we see there's a return because the bouquet returns, it forgives. Maybe there was an issue before with a partner in your life, and this partner suddenly reappears, and maybe you decide to give their this relationship a second chance. You renew. Maybe it was on hold, this thing, and maybe you decided for certain structural reasons or organizing reasons, it could be even in your personal life, that it was not possible to execute this relationship anymore. And here we renew our efforts, we renew our relationships, but it will bring us certain concerns if this is the right path to go here. We will reflect if we really want this. Even though that the person has a very nice looks and he or she is very charming, we are not sure if this is the right path to go here. we will probably review our efforts, but we need to see that this person has sincere intentions here. This is what we are seeing here. Maybe the situation is not so pleasant as it looks. This is what we are seeing, but it's possible that others see it that way. Anyway, here we are encouraged to take our time if we renew this. It's not that you cannot communicate, you can be harmonious, you can be diplomatic. This is the card, these are cards, diplomatic cards. You can, but take your time here with this combination. With we need to see here if this situation is really viable. This is what we are seeing. Then we have the bouquet and the man. If this points on your person, this points to a generous person. Also, there's some grace here. If this is a person around us, it means that we flirt or this person flirts with us. This is what we are seeing here. There's some support here. If we are in a difficult time, maybe sometimes we open up slightly to a certain person, but the coffin only opens up very slowly and in a very psychological way. So it's possible here that people are unable to reach you, but they try to, but maybe it's not possible. It's possible here, as I said, this is an ex-partner, an ex-wife, an ex-girlfriend, an ex-boyfriend. This is what we are seeing here. Maybe this person tries to reach you, but the question is, if you will allow to do so. Maybe you feel it's not the right time and you feel structured here. Anyway, this person that approach you, they are handsome here. I mentioned this before. Then we have the crossroads, the tower, and the birds. Here we see something in the past happened, probably related to communication and to stress, and we let go of that now. We let go of this, and maybe we want to move in a different direction. So this would then be the new path that we are taking after this period of waiting. This points to a structural change, a definitive change. We literally cross the border here. It's possible that you literally cross the border, or you cross the city border, you go to another city, we go to another phase in our life. Sometimes this points that we literally move to another city. I don't see cards from abroad here, but this could point that we move to another city, we move to another building. For some of you, the tower is a high building. It could be meaning you move to another apartment. For some of you here, it means moving to a location that is remote, because the tower is high and it's quiet. So it could be both here that we are seeing here. We want less noise around us. This is what we are seeing here. Anyway, we are ready to let go of this situation. We need to think wisely about it here. We need to assimilate certain lessons that we learned before. But as I said, if these changes are really thorough, you will never come in the same situation again. Anyway, there are probably some people who try to dictate us certain choices, and we try to postpone because we want to make our own choices here. Aquarius is very fixed about ideas. So here probably other people try to impose their ideas, and you say yes, and you think to yourself, I'm gonna think first about this. Anyway, here it could be official pathways that are represented to you, something to do with legality, government choices, but it doesn't mean you will take the decision immediately. But in a way, this is also a way to freedom, to liberation. And if this is the choice, if the choice is of liberation is here, probably if this is a good option, if it brings you more freedom. If it probably brings you less freedom, you will decide against you. You will be very rational in your mind about it. This is what we see here. Aquarius can be very rational, no emotions involved. This is what we are seeing for certain decision. I didn't say that the sign of Aquarius has no emotions. I said here, these are rational decisions. We decide sometimes things with our mind, and we don't involve our emotions for certain paths that we are taking in our life. It doesn't mean that we don't appreciate our loved ones. That's something different. Anyway, there's a choice here about authority. Maybe there's a position of authority offered to us, and we need to make these choices. But we know if we make this choice, it will also limit us, and probably we will want to see how free we still are. This is what we see here, because this comes with responsibilities. Responsibilities comes with structures, and sometimes it lessens our freedom. This is what we see here. Anyway, you will make the decision here yourself. You will not consult other. You will solely take the decision that is coming to you. Even if other things, people think that they give you no choice, you will still make the decision your way. Then we have the tower and the birds here on itself. Here we see here that there is communication about offers that were made to you before. So probably before an offer was made to you, you said you thought about it or you refused the offer, and the same offer here is made to you again. This is what we see here. It's possible here also, because the tower is leadership, top management. So it's possible that a position here for you like that is offered to you. But here with the coffin and the tower and with the snake, we need to stay calm. We need to reflect. Again, we see always the same here. Here also, we see here, if we had issues before with social media, we will restrict this now. We will restrict our information on social media, which is not always a bad thing to do, because once we put things on social media, we know it's very difficult to get them off here. But you will control this here, what is putting on social media. Here, sometimes you could have the feeling that people are watching you. Like if you go somewhere, it's like you're constantly watched. And the question is if you will like that. Maybe you take distance from it because these people are too observant, or maybe they are too noisy. They create too much stress for you. Here, this is what we are seeing. Then we have the third vertical line. We have the snake, the child, and the mice. Here we see if this position that you are coming in is totally new for you and you have no experience for it, you will need to keep certain structures and you will need to keep the people at bay. Because if we are innocent or we are inexperienced in it, you need to be careful here that others don't try to push you in a certain path you don't want to go, because this could have a negative effect on you. So you need to observe yourself, and before you need to make decisions, think about it. This is what we are seeing here. It's possible that people trying to manipulate us in certain positions. This is not some happy feeling that we are having here. So you need to watch out for that. You need to play it very smart. If you're innocent, sometimes it's best we keep quiet and we inform ourselves and we study up. This is what we are seeing here. So if you are innocent in a certain field that you are deciding to go on, try to read up, study up. This is what we are seeing here. It's possible also that you say, no, I don't want to take this decision now, I'm waiting. You play it smart, you inform yourself before you take the step. It's like you take a short detour. This is what we are seeing. The snake is smart, and sometimes she take a detour. She says, no, I don't take the decision now, I do it later. This is what we are seeing here. You're like very observative here, what happening around you. And this is a very good start. Even though you are tempted to start this new thing, you will need to play it smart here. This is what we are seeing here with this combination. In another way, this also sometimes it can point that if we meet somebody, that we have a strong longing for copulating with this person, like a strong longing for sex here to certain people in our life. But maybe this might be only temporary. This might be only temporary, like it's something that is temporary there. But there could be a strong feeling here. It's possible also that somebody tries to seduce you. This is what we see here also with this combination. Maybe you're immature in certain fields and they try to get you over on that level. So we need to be careful here with this combination. You need to be careful what you're doing here. It don't have an effect on you. So be careful, watch out that you are not spied on, that there are no pictures are taken of you if you are with somebody. We need to be very careful here. You need to think twice here with this combination, that this don't come back to you after. This is my point. Because sometimes we could have manipulative figures around us, especially if this is for high positions or for higher up, and later on this is not presented to you again. So here we need to see that we are the one who has the things in our hands. This is what we are seeing here. Anyway, also, if you go to choose in this higher position, you will lose your innocence in these fields very fast. You will very fast grow up. This is what we see here also with this combination. Because of certain twists and turns that are going around you, you will mature very fast and you will see things coming. If once you learn the lesson, they will not be able to get you in the same situation again. Then we have the birds and the mice here. The child and the mice. Here we see we need to be careful if we start something, that the start is positive. We need to be careful with that, because sometimes the mice are a little bit dwindling. It's not sure. Be careful here that you see that you have everything here in the right way. Then we go in the cross. We see the coffin, the tower, and the mice. Here we saw that already earlier. I just see if I can add something here. This is take a long period here. We need to be patient. We saw this here. Maybe we're thinking about crossing certain cities' borders, but in the beginning this will not be possible. There's a certain grief. I already told you this. If people want to force you in the decisions, you will not allow them to, or you will not be willing to. You will stick to your mind, and this might be a good thing. In the end, if you have taken your decision, you will come out of your retreat with this decision, and you might not come out as expected. People might think, as I said here, you will take your own decisions, and they might be a little bit surprised that you do it your way. Then we have the tower and the mice in itself. It's possible here that we have done certain actions in our life, or people have done certain things towards us, and we have certain regrets. There are certain things in our life that have changed, and we have some regrets because we cannot get those things back. This is what we are seeing here. It's possible that we are unable to let some things out of our past go, and it causes us pain. It causes us a psychological pain. This is what we are seeing here. And if we need to hold on to something for keeping that in our life, we will hold on, or we will try to hold on to the pain, because the pain connects us to the past. This is what we are seeing here with this combination. In another way, this points that people are trying to force us in certain decisions. I mentioned this has come back several times here. So you need to see here that the people around you, they are honest. They are not corrupted or whatever. They hide certain losses. Sometimes some certain firms, they can present themselves as pretty, as beautiful, but you need to investigate. You need to check it out if they are really solid, that you don't come in difficult situation also with this combination. We could have like a suspicious feeling that everything isn't as beautiful and shiny and flawless as it is, or as it looks. This is what we are seeing here with this combination. Anyway, as I said, there will be some periods of separation that you need to think about. Then we have the snake, the tower, and the man. Here we see that we let go of our past, or we try to, even though there was a strong focus on the past, or there is a strong focus to the past. But here we see literally we go in a new phase of our life here. It might not be easy. There is some loneliness. The tower brings always loneliness and being alone here. We probably keep busy and set priorities for keep our loneliness out. This is what we are seeing here. The snake can be very focused on the career. And this points to a person who is very focused on the career and who doesn't show any emotions about the past here. We keep this to ourselves, even though it's still working a lot in us here. This is what we are seeing. If we are faced with people in charge, it's come back here, or if you for somehow are confronted with a court case, with lawyers, with judges, here also this combination sometimes point that these people in a court or this lawyer, they are not very honest. So be careful about that. If you have put advice of a lawyer on you, and this person is not independent and he works for your boss, be careful. It's best here that with this combination, we take our own advice. We take our own advisor, somebody we can trust ourselves. Here we are, here this is because sometimes here we cannot, if our boss is paying for the lawyer, we need to be careful of the advice that we are getting. So it's best here we take independent advice. We need to play it smart, especially if this is important for our career. This is what we are seeing here, because we never know we have in front of us. There could be some deception, high level corruption even here. This is what we are going here. You need to be streetwise here with this combination. Don't be fixated on the target. Also see that the things are connected. Just see that everything, because everything could be connected here. Take your own advisor here if this is necessary. Anyway, here we are pointed out that we need to be calculated. We need to be calculated here to reach our goal. Maybe somebody wants to prevent us, but if you're smart, you can here. You can follow your focus and your craving, but you need to play it smart here. This is what we are seeing here with this combination. Then we have the Tower and the Man. Here we see this could be an older person that is around us. We need to be careful here with this person because we have the snake there. This could literally be our boss. This could point to a very structured person. This person is already very far in his career here. What we are seeing here, or this person is going far in his career, or will go far in his career. Probably he himself was very focused. Also, maybe he see some reflection of you in yourself. This is what we are seeing here. It's possible that here again we see that there is a wish for controlling the person here. We see this coming back here. Here you need to outsmart the other ones. This is what we are seeing here. It's possible also in this firm where you are working, if you are a woman, there are very few women there. If you are a man, you will notice that you are surrounded by men. This is what we are seeing here. It's like a dominated world here from one way. And this is what we are seeing here. Anyway, you will be able to rise above it, but you need to play it smart, cunning, and if you're innocent in certain situation, you need to watch yourself. So Aquarius, for the shell group, this is all. I hope you get a little bit wiser out of this Lenormand card reading. If you did, please subscribe to my channel. If this card reading don't fit you at all, check out the other 3 card readings that are immediately connected here. You can also check out the short financial card readings that we do, the philosophical card readings for your sign. Anyway, I want to thank you for your time, and I'm sure we see each other in my other videos. Thank you, and bye-bye for now. Hello Aquarius, and welcome to the Aerosol or the Air group for your Lenormand card reading for December 2021. As the first card here, we see the stars. The stars is a very positive card. It means that things are going well for us. We should also be aware that we wish ourselves well here. Probably also it's best that we are in good relationship with our colleagues, friends, peers, because this mostly points to our colleagues, peers, friends, people who work with us, brothers, sisters here. This is what we are seeing here. We should be kind to them and considerate them here. Probably we find alignment also with them because the dog follows. So we find some alignment with them. This points to the career. So it's here. This is a very good combination for the work floor here. We are in aligning with the people around us. We are aligned with their ideas, the path that we are going here. This is what we are seeing here with this combination. Anyway, coming back to this here, if you have certain wishes for wish fulfillment, for career growth, for relationship growth, this is very positive because these are all positive cards here. The tree is slowly growing and the sun is in the tree is in the sun. So it means that the the sun is very much alive. So you have chances here for growing forward in a very positive way, especially here also on the relationship front here. There is a positive growth here possible with this combination. If you're expecting some contracts or agreements, also there is a positive growth towards them. Anyway, here if there would be certain difficulties or certain obstacles that you face in your life on the communicative front, or with some obstacles in your life in general, you can overcome this, especially with the stars and the sun there. Then we have the 3 in the middle card. As I said, this points to stable growth. We move ahead in a slow, certain way. In a way, the sun is also slow. It's a slow card. It's ruled by the sun is ruled is the sun. It's a slow card. The sun moves slowly and secure here. And with the 3, it's like the advancement is very stable and there's a healthy growth. This is what we are seeing here with this combination. We will grow here probably over the circumstances, and this will have a very positive effect on our person. This is what we are seeing here. Even if there are small challenges that we are facing here, there could be some nerves here or some stress here or some difficulties. But if we think about it, these challenges actually we can just dust them off here, because we have very good cards here with this card. Anyway, we can make progress here. If things go too easy for us, please don't relax, don't rest here. You can take things slowly, and you should, but you should consider slowly moving on here. Don't rest here. Apply what you have learned in the past. Then we're going to mirror the cards, we're going to mirror the corners, we're going to mirror the stars with the 3. Here, this is what we are seeing here. It's possible that your destination is in abroad, or that you are very active on the internet. The mountain abroad points to abroad and the internet. This is what we are seeing here. It's possible also that we are wishing for going abroad. Maybe we are communicating or we are thinking about that. It could all give us a little bit of stress here. This is what we are seeing here. It's possible that this is in petto for our future here. This is what we are seeing here. If we have certain obstacles, we will overcome them. If that is what we wish for, to go abroad. If it's our destiny to work online, it could point to some difficulties there, but we will overcome them if we use the right communication channel here. Here, this combination, there is no need for doubt here. We can go on here. If you do some business online and you communicate in the right way, this points to success online. But the key here is the communication need to be right. Don't be stressed, don't be nervous. If you make your plan, if you apply what you have learned before, this is a very successful combination here, what we are seeing here. Also, if you would choose for doing business online or a career in abroad, this is very successful also, but maybe we need to adjust a little bit. Maybe we need to learn certain languages. This is possible also because the word sometimes it's languages here. This is what we are seeing. Maybe this could be a little bit difficult, the language barrier that we need to cross, but anyway, it could be very good for going us here. Anyway, here we see here also that our wishes come true. These are meaningful choices here that we are that are presented to us, and we can of course take these decisions if these choices are very meaningful to us. Probably also you will be surprised that this chance is offered to you. So we know if the train is arriving in the station, we cannot wait till it's gone. We need to step on the train. So this is what this combination is about. Even though you might be a little bit slow decision-like, don't let the train leave the station without you. This is what we are seeing here with this combination. These choices may not be easy. There may be a double bottom in these choices, or it might be a little bit ambivalent here. This is what we are seeing here. But if we want this, we really should go for this choice. Anyway, this will lead to the end where you want to go. Then we gonna mirror the bottom cards here, the lily and the sun. The lily and the sun here, we see here that if we have certain wishes for our personality, because the sun is also our ego, the way we are, where we shine our light. And here the light shines on the long run. This is the career, our path of career, and the sun really shows us the way where we need to go. And of course, you have the very important lucky card here. This is the money card here. So if you choose that path, some money is coming to you. There is a slow money growth here. Money is coming in. We are happy financially. This is what we are seeing here with this combination. Anyway, if you do something, you will be proud about your work here, because the sun is bright. The sun wants to shine. We feel alive if we do this thing here. We find joy in this virtue. This is also a very successful combination here. On the other way, in another way, on the sexual way, this is also a very positive combination on the sexual front. So if we have plans with a certain partner here, this is very positive also for sexual intercourse. As the fish is multiplying, you get the point here. There could be opportunities here for a lot of interaction with a certain partner if we choose to do so. This is what we are seeing here with this combination. Anyway, here we feel that we are really connected with our path where we are going. If you are on the artistic field, or if your profession is like a little bit artistic, this points also to artisticity. In another way, if you work for somebody, this could point to popularities with colleagues. It's possible that your colleagues really like you here with this combination. We have the colleagues here, and they know here also that you are in your path of destiny. It's like you're all together here in the path of destiny here with this combination here. This is what we are seeing here. Anyway, here it points that we are happy, and also if we have lovers, we make our lovers happy in the physical and in the romantic way here. This is what we are seeing here. Anyway, we find joy in our life. There is happiness here. This is what we are seeing here. It's possible also you decide to take a day off or several days off with a lover here for coming together for certain activities that you want to do together. Then we have this, we go in the horizontal lines here now. Anyway, also this points to a lot of passion. There's a lot of passion here in the relationship. Then we have the stars and the bird here in the horizontal lines. As I said here, there is news here for something that you wished for. This is positive news that is coming to us. We waited for this news from abroad, or this comes to us online. There is the stress that we had before. Possibly we had some stress before. And now the stress is behind us. This is what we are seeing here. If you have passed, sometimes this points also to a language exam. So it's possible here that you pass the language exam here and you succeed in this language exam because we have double, or you will succeed here, but it might not have been easy to get there. This is what we are seeing here. Anyway, people tell you, well done with this job because it was not easy, or this exam, we know it was not easy. So people are supportive to you for that, and they appreciate your efforts for this. And anyway, this points that we celebrate our success. We have the sun there. This literally is champagne here that we are seeing here. So this is very positive. It's a good time here to celebrate. We have many dreams and we can realize a lot of them. This sometimes also point to that we have conversations for improving our life in abroad. This could really be top negotiations because the mountain is the top. So we could have top negotiations here with this top level talks here. You could be famous online. This is what we are seeing here. You could be a celebrity online in certain areas. This is what we are seeing here. The situation sometimes with the birds is chaotic, but this is like the chaos theory. There is structure in the chaos. This is what we are seeing here with this combination. Anyway, this points also to news from abroad that is coming to us. We are communicating in abroad. We are communicating on the internet. If there are certain troubles that we are facing here, these problems in general are working out with the stars and the sun here, but it's possible there are some small issues there that we are seeing here. Anyway, this stress that you had is going less here. This is what we are seeing here with this combination. Anyway, here, then we have the second row here. We have the dog, the tree, and the ring. Here we see that there's a certain person around us. Probably this person is already quite a long time around us, because the tree is a slow card. And we are thinking about if we take the next step to the relationship, because the ring is the card of relationships. Sometimes the ring returns. So this person might be in your life for a while. Maybe they go out and now they come back. But this points to a relationship who goes from friendship in something more. It's like it's slowly developing more roots and becoming more stable. This is what we are seeing here. Anyway, this person could be a very balanced person, or literally a balance. Sometimes Aquarius and Libra come together. This could be the meaning of that. But anyway, this is a person who is very balanced, harmonious. This person tries to find the middle road in things. And possibly here, this is why this friendship is developing. You feel some connection here with each other. This is what we are seeing here. Anyway, this is a very healthy relationship that we are seeing here, that is developing. A friend becomes a partner or something in that area. This is a lasting friendship. It's something that already is going on for a long time. We help each other here also if there is a problem. This is what we are seeing. This is a very consistent relationship here for the growth here. There is long-term respect here for each other. Maybe you didn't reveal this to everybody that you were connected or that you are close connected. This is somebody with this combination. Anyway, this person is willing to help you. You are willing to help this person. Maybe this person is in an aiding profession, or you are in an aiding profession. This is what we are seeing here. This person wants to please, or you want to please them. You want to please each other. This is what we are seeing here with this combination. The friendship here that we are seeing is strong and probably will evolve in something else. In some cases, this points to a doctor-nurse relationship, something like that, that we are seeing here with this combination. There could be a connection between the profession and the persons here, and they are in the same field of helping each other. But of course, it will not apply on everybody. Then we have the ring and the tree here. As I said, this is slow growth. This is a secure relationship here that we are seeing here. If this is on the field of contracts, this is a different angle. This points to contracts in abroad here. If you are planning to make some contracts in abroad, this points to maybe this contract that you are about to receive, or that you are into or about to go into. This contract is offered by a colleague, or it's a friend, or somebody who's close to you, who bring you in contact with these people in abroad, or a friend here that we are seeing here that makes these connections for us. And because of that, you get in contact to with each other with these contracts. If you would be in business, this would be. Anyway, there's a very strong coherence here. And in some cases, if these people stay with each other on the long run, this could literally point to a stable relationship, and even sometimes it leads to marriage. But of course, it will not apply on everybody, but this is possible here with this combination. Anyway, there's also a strong physical connection, because the tree is physical. We can touch it, we can feel it. Here, this is what we are seeing here. There's a cause and an effect here. We appreciate each other's body. This is what we are seeing here. There's a lot of liveliness here between the two. It's like the roots of the two persons are really intertwined here. This is what we are seeing here. There's a stable cohesion between the two persons. Then we have the lily the fish and the sun. Here we see with this combination that if you have certain ambitions in your life, these ambitions are not only realized, but they are also connected to money. This is what we are seeing here. This could be a profession associated with money, with abundance. It could also be a profession that is connected with the sun, meaning traveling, sunny roads, warmth, a profession with warmth. This is what we are seeing here. You will make out for yourself here where this is going. Anyway, this points also that we have or we are longing for a lot of independence. Sometimes Aquarius like to be independent, and here this points to independence, going our own way financially in our job here. This is what we are seeing with this combination. It also points that we want to be financially independent, and we will probably get there. Our material goods around us are really expanding here. This is what we are seeing here. And as I said, there's a lot of also physical interaction with the partner or certain partners possible. Anyway, there's pleasure here in material objects also. The partners could really be connected here with the soul if they choose to go in interaction with each other. This is what we are seeing here with this combination. There are profits here. You don't need to worry about profits. There is progress on the work, profits on the work. Everything is slowly growing. There's a lot of experiences is coming to you. There is also here, this points to a healthy business ethics. So if you do business, you do the business in a healthy way. This is what we are seeing here with this combination. There's honest business dealings here going on here. Possibly also, if you have sufficient money, you are very like an altruistic person, you give to a good cause. Maybe you have something in your mind for helping others. You see that some people are in trouble and you give to money for a good cause. This is what we see here also with this combination. It's possible that you literally give to people who you know who need it. You feel they need it and you give them back. If somebody lend money from you, or he or she lends something from you, it tells us also excuse me, that the person gives the thing that he lended to you back. This is what we are seeing here also with this combination. Then we have the fish and the sun here. The fish and the sun here, this is a very positive card for money. It don't get any better than this here. There's success financially, success on the work front. There's happiness, fortune in your venture. I'm not going to find nothing negative here because there's a lot of happiness here. Also, probably you want to relax. There's a lot of relaxing. And if you are in abroad, this could point to sunny beaches, harmony on the beach, pleasures on the beach, things that are very beautiful. The ring is ruled by Venus, and this is the sun. So there's a lot of beauty, harmony. If you relax, it will be maybe on a very nice beach. Maybe there's some mountains around even. This is what we see. Or it's possible that, that this is a quiet beach where you are going because the mountain is quiet and you decide to go on a quiet beach. There's a lot of harmony there. There's a lot of beauty there. This is like beautiful people coming together in a relaxed environment. This is what we are seeing here with this combination. Probably this combination also, it points to a person who can detect value of things at the first sight. So if certain things come in your life, you immediately have the sense that it has value or it's crap. Here, this is what we are seeing also with this combination. Then we have the stars, the dog, and Lily here. As I said earlier, this points to that our friends are supportive. We are supportive to our friends. We feel that we need to help our friends. Our friends see that they need to help. We help each other in the path of life. Maybe the path of some friends or colleagues is intertwined with ours. This is what we are seeing here. We have trust in this friendship. We are loyal to our friends. This is what we are seeing here. It's possible also that you have a friend who is close to you, who is very sensitive. Maybe he's in things like astrology, astronomy. He's like very sensitive for things happening around us. And maybe he can even make a career out of it. This is what we are seeing here. Anyway, here there's a kind of spirituality hanging here. The connection with the friend is very deep here. Maybe you ask for advice to this friend for certain steps in your career. This is what we are seeing here. Then we have the dog and the lily. Here we see that there's a long-term friendship with the colleagues. As I said, there's trust in the friendship here. We see here, we saw earlier here, that this friend that is already a long time in our life could connect also with us sexually. The lily is also a sexual card, what we are seeing here. This could point to a colleague that has a lot of experience in his field of work. This is a person who is connected to us, but also has a lot of experience in the field of his or her work. This is what we are seeing here with this combination. Anyway, this points also to job opportunities. Job opportunities are offered to us, or maybe a job opportunity for a colleague. And if this colleague would have a job opportunity, of course, you would support them also. This is what we are seeing here. Anyway, there's some relaxation here. Maybe with this friend, you relax here. Maybe with this friend on the beach, you decide to go on a trip together in abroad. In a way, there's also a possibility there's an age difference between the two partners, because the lily sometimes points to an older, more mature, more rooted partner here. This is what we are seeing here with this combination. Anyway, we see that this friendship is more than a friendship. There's an interest also in the sexual context of the relationship here. What we are seeing here. Anyway, if one of the both partners is more experienced, we see here the dog follows that the other one learns from the other one. This is what we are seeing here with this combination. If you do certain, if you have plans for certain things that you want to interact with, it's possible also that you or this friend asks permission, because the dog asks permission. It's possible that this person is old-fashioned and things are asked like in the old-fashioned way. Are we gonna do this? And you talk first about it, and then actually the action takes place. So the lily can be a little bit old-fashioned sometimes here. This is what we are seeing, but there is camaraderie here. This is what we are seeing here. Then we go to the birds, the tree, and the fish. Here we see there's a lot of wisdom in this relationship. There's a lot of experience in this relationship. This is shared with each other. There is positive communication here with each other. We talk a lot in the relationship. Also, there's a lot of communication about money. We are open about money. We see both how we can grow. If this is a couple, or the intention is to be a couple, there's a lot of communication here, how we can grow financially also. What is the best for us? This is what we are seeing here. We have the feeling here, if we communicate with this person that is our friends, our trustee, that we can both improve ourselves. This is what we are seeing here. Aquarius is the sign of friendship here, and this is what we are seeing here. We advance with our friends here, and we communicate here with each other. Here we see also there are some spiritual issues. We talk about spiritual issues, or it's possible that there's a spiritual angle here. This is what we are seeing here. It's possible also that we discuss certain health issues. Not that it's negative, but somehow the health is intertwined here. This is what we are seeing here with this combination. The tree sometimes can literally be the tree of life. So we talk about life, about health. This is what we are seeing here. These conversations are meant to be. It's just meant to be. It's possible also that you talk with this friend in a remote area, or with this partner in a remote area, or maybe even in a forestal area. It's a very quiet environment and it's relaxing there. This is what we are seeing here with this combination, excuse me. Anyway, this points also sometimes to couples that are meant to be, they are meant to be to each other here. It's possible also, if I need to find something negative here, sometimes Aquarius is a little bit scared for being tied down. So here, this could be an issue here that sometimes Aquarius don't want to give up the freedom that he or she has. So this could be an issue here, that there's a little bit scaredness here, that we are not tied down. This is what we are seeing here with this combination. If you interact with this partner, I want to add something also. If it's not your intention for getting pregnant, as a man or as a woman, I know you cannot get pregnant, but you get the drift here. We need to be careful with the sun here for pregnancy, because this is the tree of growth and there is a lot here. So it means in this combination, there's a lot of fertility here. So we need to be careful. We need to use protection if it's not our intention that this person get pregnant or we get pregnant as a couple. This is what we are seeing here. Anyway, this person can also be very communicative. It could be that one of both is really a natural communicator. This person communicates very easy and also in a very harmonious, diplomatic way, because the ring is very diplomatic. This communication could even be diplomatic without actually emotionally involved, but the person knows what to say, exactly what on the right time. It's like a host here that we are seeing here, or literally like a TV presenter here. This person has very good communication skills, and this is of course also good on the work front and on the business front. Then we have the tree and the fish here. Here we see that our finances are stably, slowly growing. We already saw this here. If we are working for a company, this likely poses a raise, a money raise, and this money raise will be very welcome and it will increase more. This will not be the last money increase for the salary here, what we are seeing here, because the ring returns, so more money is coming in the future. If you work for a job, if you have a business, this is very good for businesses also. Maybe in a way, your business or the work that you are doing is somehow connected to your parents or your grandparents. This is what we see here with this combination. It's like we're going a little bit the same way, or for some, it could literally mean the family business that you are going in. Anyway, there's growth here. The business is thriving, the family business is thriving, your work is thriving. Anyway, we are quite relaxed here about the whole thing. We have our feet on the ground. Also, there's a pragmatic angle here to everything that we are seeing here. And then we have the mountain, the ring and the sun. Here we see that there are connections made with people in abroad or on the internet. You connect with foreigners, literally in abroad physically, because we have the sun here. Probably we go there. The traveling is becoming slowly more easy now. We are in December now, so probably it's more easy to travel now already. Here we see that we connect with people in abroad here. Here we see that if we imposed certain restrictions on ourselves, that we let these restrictions go. We want to relax here. This is what we are seeing here. And probably we relax with foreigners here with this combination. It's possible that before this person was in abroad and it was only the connection was only through internet, but now there's actually a physical connection here that we see appearing here with this combination. Possibly before it was a little bit frustrating because we cannot actually meet in person, but here we see this is possible. The sadness or the being alone here, now it's solved here, this problem. We have overcome the mountain here with this combination of these cards. Here we see also with this combination, sometimes also this points that we literally give jewelry to another person, maybe even a ring. This is what we are seeing here with this combination, if we would decide to do so. Anyway, this also points that we unify together in abroad. Here, this is what we are seeing here. If it was delayed before, or it maybe now things are getting on the move. Maybe it's been a long path and now suddenly you are able to move there. This is what we are seeing here. Also, I want to mention if you travel, see that all you have the right documents in form in embassies, because sometimes the rules change every week in certain countries. So see that you are informed, that you don't encounter certain obstacles in abroad if you are planning to go there. See that you are well informed. Call the embassy a few days up front so you know you are aware of the latest changes and rules and regulations. As I said, now it's a very hectic situation, especially we have the birds there also, so it could be a little bit hectic there. So, and the rules constantly changing, so you need to see that you have all the information that you can prevent certain problems for the travel here. This is what we are seeing here with this combination. Then we have the ring and the sun on itself. This points to a very happy relationship to come. As I said, there's a possibility here to a serious relationship, a commitment, even a contract. If this could be contracts in abroad, for some of you, it could mean marriage abroad. This is what we are seeing here. Anyway, this is a very successful relationship here. This is beneficial for both parties. The agreements that are made are financially beneficial for both parties. There is a shared joy here that we are seeing here. We if we had some restrictions, or we felt a little bit held back, if this would restrict our freedom, maybe we review our point here, because there's a certain balance here. The ring makes the balance, it makes the bridge from one side to another. So here it's possible that you go in the next step here if you don't feel that your freedom is threatened. Anyway, there's confidence in this relationship, and also as a couple you could be quite popular here. There could be some charisma here in the couple. Anyway, Aquarius, for the air group or the aerosol group, this is all for this month. I hope you get a little bit wiser out of this card reading. If you did, please subscribe to my channel. If this card reading don't fit you at all, please check out the other 3 card readings that are immediately connected here. I'm sure one of the 3 will fit you. Please check out also, if you're interested in that, our short financial card readings that we do each month for the sign of Aquarius. Anyway, I want to thank you for your time, and I'm sure we see each other in my video. My other videos. Thank you, and bye-bye for now. Hello, Aquarius, and welcome to the stone or the earth group for your card reading, for your Lenormand card reading for December 2021. As the first card here, we see the ring. This possibly points to our relationship with a partner. This would be the married couple here that we are seeing here. This would be the man and this would be the woman. So this would be the married couple here. Anyway, this points to a relationship or a contract here in the relationship, what we are seeing here with this combination. The ring also points that we are fairly close together. We have commitments, we have obligations towards each other. Excuse me. Here we see also the ring also sometimes it points to open relationship, or that is what we are seeing here. We are normally obligated to keep certain promises that we are seeing here with this combination. It can also mean, especially with the bear here, that there is some possessiveness in the relationship, because the ring is ruled by Venus, and Venus sometimes can be very jealous. That is the negative side of Venus. It can be very possessive, can be very jealous when she thinks or she feels like she's committed, and then commitment goes into possessiveness. And this cannot always, sometimes this is not a good thing to do, because especially here we see the crossroads here next to the man. This man also has a certain longing for freedom or distance here. So sometimes if we are too possessive, it can go in the wrong way. Before we start this reading, I want to mention immediately the 2 cards here that are not very welcome in relationship are both here. We have the snake here, and we have the fox here. So the snake, it points to there's something going on in the relationship. Possibly there's a triangle relationship. One of both parties is involved in another relationship with another person. This is what we are seeing here. And also the fox, it points to there's dishonesty in the relationship. We need to look around us if things are really as smooth as they seem. So if you are not aware of this, you should look around you, because they both here, both cards are here. So this relationship is a little bit shaky, but we will go in more details now, excuse me. We first gonna mirror the cards here. We're gonna mirror the ring and the crossroads. Here we see here with this combination that we are probably coming in some decisions related to our relationship. Some new paths are opened here for us or are chosen. We need to make certain choices. We are literally in front of the crossroads here. If there are certain commitments, maybe we're thinking about a certain commitments that we are having in our life. This is possible here. Maybe we are longing for more independence. As I said earlier, this points to independence. Maybe there are certain choices that we need to be made. Sometimes this points to several, because we have 2 times 2 here. And the bridge sometimes is the bridge to several partners here. This is what we are seeing here. It's possible that we want to take some distance and we want to make some choices here in the partner. Sometimes also this points to a temporary breakup. There are several contacts and contracts here. This is what we are seeing. We want to be more flexible here. This is what we are seeing here. Maybe we promise to make choices, but the question will be here if we keep to these promises. It's possible we delay things a little bit. Sometimes this card here, the ring can sometimes delay things. Venus sometimes delays things. She don't want to decide. She don't know what to decide. She don't know what to do. This is ruled by Venus, and Venus sometimes has difficulties in making decisions. This is what we are seeing here, because here we see that several options or several partners are offered here. This is what we are seeing here, and it's possible that we delay certain decisions in our life. Then we have the fox and the birds here, the 2 other corner cards. This could literally mean that people are telling lies to us. The fox don't reveal everything. So it means that he keeps things for himself, especially with the snake there. Also, we can almost presume there's something going on. The snake holds back and she goes around the information. She don't share everything she knows. The fox is the same. He operates between dusk and dawn. The foxes operate by Pluto, and sometimes Pluto, he don't share everything. This is what we are seeing here. He keep to himself here. This is what we are seeing here. Anyway, with this combination that we are seeing here, this whole situation could make us a little bit nervous if this is related to the relationship. Also, this points sometimes to nervosity and stress on the work floor. This is what we are seeing here. We are urged to stay alert. We need to keep focus on our path in life, where we are shining. Probably we are very positive at our works. There are positive things happening on our work, and we need to keep the focus. We cannot lose focus from the work because the relationship is not going so well for now here. We could have the feeling that there is distrust in the relationship, or the people around us, that we distrust them. There could also be some in the work. Maybe we are confronted with negotiations, or maybe our work is about negotiations, because we have the ring here also. Sometimes the ring is about deliberation, making decisions. This is what we are seeing here. It's possible that we are confronted with negotiations. This could also be relation-like, that there are negotiations, certain borders are set, certain bridges are built, some other bridges are rebuilt. This is what we are seeing for going in another direction here. This is what we are seeing here. Anyway, with this combination also, we need to stay diplomatic and calm, since we have the snake here also. The snake is a wise card. We need to be diplomatic. We need to be calm. We need to look out for the situation as a whole before we literally go on the move or take certain steps. We need to find literally the balance here in this relationship. Before you make any kind of decision, see that you have gathered all the facts here and that you know everything until in depth. This is what we are seeing here with this combination. Anyway, this points also that we are more watchful, we are more alert. Maybe even there's some checking of phones here or checking of messages here. There's an investigation going on here that we are seeing here. Also, it's possible that we double, triple check everything on social media, that we check a certain person on social media if we don't find any proof of this. This is what we are all seeing here. We are checking for gossip. We see if nothing is said behind our back, and maybe we find something that is said behind our back. We are very cautious here with this combination. And it's like we want to blab a secret, but we know that we need to keep quiet for now. Because if we blab, we know that it's maybe before it's time. So we are very watchful here. We are very alert with this combination. There's a there are worries here, and these worries involve actually ourselves. It's possible that one of both partners is fairly dominant in this relationship, fairly possessive here. This is what we are seeing here, and this person tried to control the situation, but some situations are beyond our control, as we know, and we cannot always have full control over certain things in our life. Anyway, we work here in a very smart, intelligent way. We look at all the different angles that are possible. This points also to a very smart, intelligent person here who knows what he's doing. This is like a chess game that is going on here between two people. It's not that there are financial issues here. These people are financially good to each other. That is not the problem. But I think here, as we saw earlier, there's some other things here going on. It's possible that these people try to avoid to talk to each other, but actually they should talk to each other. They should talk to each other in a calm, diplomatic, reserved way. When they come home for work, relax, talk. This is what we are seeing here, because there's something going on here. But this is like a thing that is in slow progress, like a work in progress here. It's possible that one of both partners here feel like competed. There's like competition going on here, even though there is a marriage or there is a relationship. It's possible that that one of the both partners here, they really feel like they are in some competition here. Here also we see that if we find certain facts online, we need to double and triple check them, because not everything you find is the truth. So double check everything, because this could be like a fact that is put there, but that is not really a fact. This is what we see here also. Anyway, we need to be very smart in this situation. Also, sometimes this says we cannot let others their blah blah or their talk let influence us. We need to make our own decision. Even if people talk to us, we need to make our own decision. We cannot let influence of others interfere our relationship. We need to do it ourselves here. It's possible that we stay in this relationship for now for diplomatic reasons, not necessarily financially, but there's a diplomacy here hanging. Maybe it's not the right time. We are gathering facts here and we stay diplomatic. And that's the best thing to do here, especially with the snake and the fox here, that we stay diplomatic here. It's possible also that the neighbors, they have no idea and we keep everything for ourselves here. Not everything is what it seems. We keep a certain pretense here around us till it's the right time for action. We will come out here when we have the real facts. Sometimes also with this combination, it's not gonna apply on everybody, but sometimes we need to be careful here that some things that are belonging to us, that are very close, personal to us, that they are disappearing. But mostly with the sun, they come back. But just be careful. It's better to prevent than to heal. So see if you have some personal things from you, that you keep them close to you, that they don't disappear. Then we go in the ring and the man here. We go in the horizontal lines now here. This points to our partner, our lover. We see this here, our relationship. This could also point to business. If we have business and we do business with a certain man, we're gonna see this in another angle now. It's possible that this person that we are doing business with, man or woman, because this is a neutral card, it's a big reading here for a lot of a big audience. Here, it's possible that you have a business partner or a person that you do business with. He is about to implement some changes, or he's undergoing, or his business is undergoing some changes. Be careful if you sign contracts, agreements, because we have the snake and the fox here. Watch out if you sign contracts, agreements here, that everything is still the same. Double check everything here. This is what we are seeing here. Anyway, there's a connection here between the partners here. It's if there is difficulties in this relationship, it's possibly that these difficulties have been there before. Probably because the ring returns and the crossroads puts her in front of a split. So it's possible that this situation is already happened before. So it's like it's always returning. This is what we are seeing here also with this combination. It's like the thing is going in circles and the circles is going back. We saw it coming and still we go into it. As I said here, this is difficult here, sometimes here with the ring for making decisions. It's difficult to blow our bridges up here. This is what we are seeing here with this combination. Sometimes possibly also we see here that with this combination, things could become more clear about around your birthday. This is what we see here also. You would get more clarity and more easy for making certain decisions. Anyway, we are still emotionally attached to this person, and we are thinking here if we should not break free. This is what we are thinking here. Even though we are bound to this person, we made promises, we are thinking about it. We are thinking if this relationship is still healthy. This is what we are seeing, if we can go for this with this combination. Then we go for the man and the crossroads here. This is a man who is undergoing changes. He makes decisions here. Here it points that one of the person is more closely connected than the other is. The other one is on the crossroads, and one is always coming back and the other one always wants to go. This is the same that we see here. So this is double confirmation. There are some commitment problems here that we are seeing here. One of the both probably is about to decide to go his own way, or he is thinking about his options. He or she is thinking about his or her options. There is hesitation here. There is indecisiveness. We are in two minds here. This is what we are seeing. We are ambivalent here. This is what we are seeing. And it's possible if we make a certain choice that we change our mind again. It's like we cannot decide here. This is a very difficult thing to have here. Anyway, then we have the bear and the rider. Here we see that the rider is a very intrusive card. So it's possible here, as I said, that one of the both partner is a little bit bold in this relationship, really intrusive, maybe sometimes also with this combination. Maybe one wants to go in another direction and the other one is really bold about the decision that the other one is about to take. Maybe this person, the bear, sometimes want to dominate the situation. He want to control the situation. The bear is a big animal. He or she want to show the strength in the relationship, and he want to, in a smart, intelligent way, he want to maneuver the other person in the other way. But the question is if this is gonna work. Maybe yes, maybe no, because we have the crossroads here. Maybe it causes tension, more tension, and maybe we need to be diplomatic about it. Force sometimes might not be doing the trick here with this combination. On the work front, this is another area. On the work front, if you are in your work, this is a very good combination for the work. This means that we have a very big influence on our work. We know where we are going, we're going in the right direction. If we cannot reach our goal in the direct way, we are smart and we are going around and we solve the problem by going around it, and we actually reach our target anyway. This is what we are seeing. This is a very smart combination for on the work floor. Also, this points to finances that are going well. Financial news is coming to us. We've been focusing on the money increase already for a while here. This is what we are seeing here. There's an increase here. The bear increases. The bear is the money card, and the rider, he goes for it, and the snake is very focused on it. So this is what we are seeing on the work front. This is a very good combination. It's possible also, sometimes we see the mother-in-law here, that she's involved in the whole mess here that is going on. And the question is if that is a wise thing to do. Maybe it's best here to work that out. Or maybe this person, she want to interfere herself here in the relationship. But the question is if this is a wise thing to do in a relationship. Relationships are already difficult enough, so we don't probably are very happy that other people are involving themselves in it. Anyway, it's possible here that one of the parents or parents are trying to involve in this relationship here, or they trying to meddle in here with this relationship. Suddenly they are intrusive and they say these ideas, but the question will be if we will be arriving this. On the business front, as I said here, the money is arriving. Possibly also, if there is a lot of stress here, because there is stress here, it's possible that one of the both partners is losing weight because of all this stress and all this focus. Maybe it can be related to the work, onto the relationship. Anyway, it points here that we are very on our guard, and also we will inform people about certain boundaries that are not about to cross. This is also what we are seeing here with this combination. If somebody wants to intrude, we will make them clear that the borders are here and there, and that they are not about to be crossed. Certain thresholds are not about to be crossed, because if a person wants to push themselves or wants to push certain rules upon of you, mostly Aquarius is not very happy with them, because they have a spiritual freedom, because they're not going to be very happy with this one. Then we have the snake and the rider here. And here we see that, as I said here, the snake goes around the problem. The rider drives directly to the target, the snake not. So if you combine the two, you go in a roundabout way. So here we see that maybe there's a deception going around here. If we want to reach our goal, we will go around in a detour here. This is what we are seeing here. And also, if certain offers, certain contracts are made to us, I already mentioned here, there are changes here with certain business partners. Be careful, watch out what you are doing before you sign. We see the snake here, and the snake is you need to approach it very quietly. You need to wait. Your time till you're absolutely sure that you have all the facts here. This is what we are seeing here. If you have the feeling, or you have certain facts, probably you will gather the facts, and that is the wise thing to do. You will turn away from certain business offers. This is what we are seeing here. You will be diplomatic about it, and you will turn away because you see there's something tricky going on here. This is what we are seeing here. This, possibly also on the relationship front, the same. One of both partners will turn away. This is what we are seeing here. Anyway, here, if certain facts from contracts or from relationships are coming to you, don't share. Keep it to you till it's the right time to reveal. Don't push this news through. Wait till it's the right time. When it's the right time, you can sing. But here, we need to wait. Anyway, this points also to rivalry, to competition, to business negotiations, that we need to be careful with certain business, that we have competition. We need to be diplomatic with the competition. We need to pretend that we don't know there is competition, but of course we know. Anyway, we try to make something happen here. We try to create something here. You need to see that some things are not sneaking in your life, that you don't want them to be there. This is what we are seeing here with this combination. Also be careful that people don't make stories up that are non-existent. This is what we are seeing here also. Then we have the fox, the sun, and the birds. The fox and the sun here in the job, there is happiness here on the job front itself. There is happiness. We are happy where we are. We are very bright here. We are probably because we have the sun. The sun is the ego, and the sun makes us shine. So it means that we are in a happy place. We are happy with our job. People like to be around us because they know we have the answers. We know the answers. We know how to maneuver in the job. We know exactly what to say related to the job. This is what we are saying here. There's a certain strategy here, a smart strategy that we are working out. We probably have a lot of experience in the job, maybe a lot, because because the bear is big. So we have a lot of experience in job, and people sometimes rely on us, and we are the one they depend on, or maybe we are even the smartest of the group here. Anyway, we are happy with this job here that we are doing here. Probably also here sometimes it is like we turn things in our advantage. The fox is a very smart card, and it can turn difficult situation in its own advantage. Also financially, we maneuver and we see that we have our share. And you should, with the fox, we should see that we get our equal share from, because we put a lot of knowledge, we put a lot of investment in this contract probably, and we should take our share, we should harvest also with this combination. And if not, we should negotiate and be diplomatic for our share. This is what we are seeing here with this combination. Anyway, you feel happy in your work. You also probably have a lot of independence. Aquarius like to be independent in some areas of his life. And here we see that the person might feel quite independent here in the job here. There's a form of self-care here that we are seeing here. Then we have the sun and the birds. Here we see that we are highly appreciated from those among us. People talk to you. They say they appreciate your work. If there are some problems, these problems will come to an end. But I think on the work front, everything goes fairly well. We are quite optimistic here with this combination. Others are optimistic to us. We are optimistic to us. And there's a progress here in the work. This is what we are going. There are happy thoughts here. There's positive meetings here. The discussions are quite good that we are seeing here. It's possible also that we have some advantages through contracts through social media. Maybe we get some warm happiness here from social media. People are happy, they congratulate us, they are happy for us that we achieved this. It could be all a little bit chaotic for others, but maybe you can put the whole chaos in a structure here. This is what we are seeing. Even if it's unstructured for you, there's an in the chaos, there can be a structure. This is what we are seeing here with this combination. It could be like others see this as a superficious, as a mess, but for you, it's only the upper layer that is superficious. You can really see the connections here. This is what we are seeing here with this combination. Then we have the ring, the bear, and the fox. Here we see that contractually, or work related, there's a very strong bond here towards our work. Also with the partner, there is still a strong bond, even though that all the things that are going on, there's still a strong bond. Somehow we still feel deeply connected here, because the bear is a big animal, as I said, so there's a big connection here with this combination. But as I said here, maybe there's some diplomacy going on in the marriage here, and we stay in stability for now, for certain reasons, for certain financial agreements, maybe other things here. There's some kind of authority here. Also, we need to be careful here with our finances. If, for instance, I just give an example, I don't say this is the matter here, but it could be possible. If you have certain funds gathered through your work and not everything would be official, be careful that you are not exposed with unofficial money. We need to be careful here with that, with this combination. So be careful with your money. Tread lightly and be diplomatic till you are certain that you have all the funds that are belonging to you. This is what we are seeing here. It's possible that one of both partners here also is in management, a person who controls things here. Maybe one is the entrepreneur and the other one is the manager. This is what we are seeing here. But this person is quite a good manager. This person knows exactly what he's doing. This is what we are seeing here, and they are very advancing in their profession. This is what we are seeing here. It's possible also that before you had a more lightly approach, but it's possible now somebody close to you imposes on a formal written contract, or you yourself impose to it. This is what we are seeing here also with this combination. Maybe the word is no longer enough for you. and you insist on a formal contract. This is what we are saying here, seeing here with this combination. Then we have the bear and the fox here. This is the manager, as I said here. It's possible here that we need to maneuver in certain positions for reaching certain targets, but you can there. We have the snake there here. There's kind of suspicion here. Here we see also, as I said, I mentioned the weight loss also. Sometimes this points also to workout in gyms. That we work out or to keep our body healthy. We move a lot. We want to look sexy. We want to be good looking here. We want to keep our body in shape. So we move a lot for keeping our body in shape. This is what we are seeing here. It could be quite important for one of the boat partners here to keep in shape here. This is what we are seeing here. In another way, it could point that one of both partners, as we saw earlier, we see this coming back here. There's a distrust here in the relationship for some areas. There's a kind of self-defense here that we are doing here. There could be a big distrust here. Something has happened here between the partners that created a big distrust. I'm assuming here this is involved with the third party or something that you're gonna reveal itself about another person that is connected to this relationship. Then we have the man, the rider, and the sun. The man and the rider here, it's possible if you are in a difficult situation that another person is coming to rescue here. This person sees that you are in a kind of a hustle. He helps you and it has a very positive effect on you. This is what we are seeing here. That it's possible that this woman or this man suddenly visit you or somebody new is suddenly coming into your life, and this is the bright light in your life. This person brings the solution. He comes with active solutions to you. This is what we are seeing here with this combination. It's possible that this person has been in your life before, but now the situation has changed and his approach or your approach or the approach towards each other is different here. This is what we are seeing here with this combination. Anyway, on the relationship field, it's possible that one of both partners try to change the other one. The question, of course, is if this will succeed. Some people try to insist in relationship for changing the other partner. The question is, how far will this partner go for these changes, or how far are you yourself willing to go to make changes? This is what we see here also. There are attempts here to change each other, but maybe in the basic core, people don't change that much. There is involvement, of course, but changes is something else. Then we have the rider and the sun here. Here we see that this person that brings the message, he creates certain freedom in our life. This is what we are more enthusiastic here. We pursue our heart more. This is what we are seeing here. We feel more energetic maybe because this person comes into our life. It's like there's good news coming to us. Here we see also there are some fun activities. We have some fun here. This person could be quite confident. It's also possible that this is a person that is younger. There's a lot of life energy here, and we feel the life energy also. In another way, it could be, if the relationship is not really working out anymore, that there is sexual interaction with this person. This is what we are seeing here, because this points to a very live person, a very active person. This person is also very attracted to the other, because the snake creates sexual attraction. So here we see that there's a sexual attraction between the two persons. There's really electricity here between these two partners here. Suddenly this appears. There's a real broadcast transmission and a receiver here. This is what we are seeing here. Then we have the crossroads, the snake and the birds. The crossroads and the snake, here we see that our path is changing. This is a choice, and the snake never makes direct decision. So it means if we make a decision, the decision can change again. And it causes stress because we see that the decision that we have been made, it cannot be executed, exacted as we had it in our head. It's like we need to make a change on a change. So it's not difficult, but maybe it's for the best what we are seeing here. Here we see, because things are changing, you will need to set certain priorities. You will need to keep certain structures here. It's possible also, we see the jealousy here again, that there is a lot of jealousy here, and the jealousy pushes us or brings us in another direction. I would almost say pushing here us in a different direction. Anyway, it's possible here that other people then, they are trying to protect you. Others are trying to protect you because they know that you are in this difficult situation, and they try to protect you in a communicative way. Here, this is what we are seeing here. It's possible also that we are about to let go of this whole situation. We approach it in a diplomatic, calm way, and we don't feel like retaliating. Maybe the other person is a little bit sneaky or a little bit like a snake, poisonous, and we don't really feel like retaliate. We don't see the point of it, and we are diplomatic, and we just turn away from it and we move away. This is what we see here also with this combination. There are certain decisions here made about the partner. Maybe certain truths here are bended. This is what we are seeing here. But here you want to allow yourself freedom. Freedom is important here. Independence is important here. You want to find your way back here. This is what we are seeing here. And because you don't directly find your way back, it causes stress. In a way, Aquarius also wants to be stable. He wants to be stable. He wants to hold on to his thoughts, to the decision that he's made. But maybe with this combination, this is very difficult and it causes stress. This is what we see here with this combination. Anyway, you will have a very strong sense of feeling that you need to go in a certain direction. You want to go where you really want, and there's a strong focus on entering this new direction. The problem is the changes on the changes. This is the problem here that we are seeing here. Sometimes probably you take a certain direction, and then a few days later you change your mind again and you think, oh, was this really the good choice? So sometimes this is difficult, and it can cause stress here. It's also possible that you yourself, you want to experience how changes feel. Like certain changes come and you want to experience the change for reason of the change. This is what we are seeing here also with this combination. Then we have the snake and the birds here. Yeah, we already saw the jealousy here. It comes back here. I just see if I can. I think you need to be careful also that people don't plot things against you here. This is what we are. Don't share any news. We already said keep for you what you can. Don't share information. Be diplomatic. Be wise. Keep your information for you before you have all the facts. We see this coming back here. Maybe we decide to move away. We want to move in more freedom. We see this coming back here. There could be negative gossip here. What we are seeing here. Here sometimes this points to compromises. Here again we see compromises, that you make compromises and freedom. Here is what we are seeing here. Here we see that we hide our own agenda. We hide our own agenda here. This is what we are lobbying for, something else here. This is what we are seeing here. There are here also this points to many choices that are offered to us. This is what we are seeing, and we don't know exactly where to go. So we see this here always coming back. Then we have the ring, the rider, and the birds. The ring and the rider here, this is again that we are going in the direction. There's a change in the marriage. Some promises are made, but they bring stress. This is what we are seeing here. It's possible here, and we are urged not to do so, that we want to rush ourselves in certain agreements, commitments, contracts, and with the snake, this is not a wise thing to do. Let it the time. Let it progress itself. This is what we are seeing here with this combination. Don't rush any contracts. just keep to the promises that are made, work them out as good as you can, or as good as possible here, and be diplomatic about the thing here. Then we have the rider and the birds here. Here we see that news is coming to you, news of changes. This is what we are seeing. We see again here, we see that suddenly a visitor pops up in our life. We see this here again. And if the person not visits us, it's possibly that we take the initiative for visiting the person. This is the other way around. This is possible also. Anyway, there's a lot of thoughts here going on, new thoughts coming up in us, new ideas coming up to us here. This is what we are seeing. It's like here we see that really clear ideas. We almost would say there are clairvoyant ideas that are coming into our head, what we need to do about this relationship or about these contracts. It's like we see it. We see what is coming in the future here. This is what we are coming here. But as I said, there could be some chaos connected, but you will see the chaos as superficial. You know exactly under the layer of chaos what is happening. You see structure in the chaos. We see this here coming back. Then we have the crossroads, the rider and the fox. Here, several choices are made. Once we are clear where we are, we will go on the road, especially for the job here. We will be very active on the job. I see this here coming back here. We will waste no time here for moving ahead on the professional field or in our work field. It's possible also that a short trip is connected to our work. We need to go somewhere for our work. This is what we see here also. It's possible that you need to make several trips. If you didn't make any trips before, this is about to come up. Maybe you need to make several trips here. They would not be too far, I'm thinking here, but it's possible you need to travel here for the work here. This is what we are seeing here. And with this traveling, several options are offered to make. You will need to make choices. Choices are made on this, based on this travel, about these visitors here that are coming here. This is what we are seeing here. It's possible if you need to make certain choices that you choose the unorthodox alternative way. This is what we are seeing here. It's like we speculate and we deliberate here. This is what we are seeing here. Anyway, it could be opening a new perspective, this travel, these new ideas that are coming to us. In the beginning, you could be at two minds about it, double two, but once you decide it, you will move on. So Aquarius, for the stone group, this is all. I hope you get a little bit wiser out of this Lenormand card reading. If you did, please subscribe to my channel. If this card reading don't fit you at all, please check out the other 3 card readings that are directly connected here in the same session. You can also check out our short financial philosophical card reading that we do each month for your sign. Anyway, I want to thank you for your time, and I'm sure we see each other in my other videos. Thank you for your time, and bye-bye for now. Hello Aquarius, and welcome to the matches or the fire group for your card reading for December 2021. As the first card here, we see the fox. It means that probably we need to adapt to certain situations in our lives, like we need to be flexible. Maybe some adjustments in our life in general are needed. If we receive certain news, business-like or work-like, we need to be very careful with the news that we are receiving about this. If you are about to enter or you're searching for a new job, this could possibly be a positive thing. But we will go in details more later. Here the cards, the fox is a wise card. It's a smart card. It operates between dusk and dawn, and before it moves, it thinks about things. So here, you should apply this on you. You should think before you move. Before you make a move, you should overthink the whole thing. You need to act, move smartly. And also, this card tells us to move in our self-interest. It might be a little bit selfish, but this card tells us to do so. Sometimes we need to work in our own self-interest, especially on the work front, because I think there's some some things going on here on the work front that are about to change. Coming back, we're going to mirror now the cards here. We're going to mirror the fox and the mountain. Here we see here, if we mirror these two cards, that somebody or something is blocking us, and it causes us delays. Maybe these people want to delay our time because this is the card of delays. And if we don't pursue this in the right way, this time delay could exceed. So you need to be smart here for reducing these time delays. You need to approach it in a smart way so you don't have too much delays in the things that you are about to do. We need to see that we handle the mice. If we don't handle the mice, they become more. This is what we see here with this combination. Anyway, this point that you are thinking, or maybe you have opportunities, or you consider opportunities for working on the internet or for working in abroad. This could be a positive move here because the last line that we have here is very positive. The first two lines here are a little bit hustling, but here the last line is very positive if we want to make certain moves to abroad or certain businesses in abroad or the internet. Here this card also, it points to that we need to work out a certain strategy. If these people constantly delay us, we know what to do, and you need to see that you find a solution for those delays. It's like here you need to develop some strategy. Maybe you cannot see clearly yet where it's going because the mountain sometimes is in the way, but you need to work it out. You need to try to prepare it in your head. This is what we are seeing, and you will need to adjust. You need to adjust here to the situation. You could be very cautious here also. You need to be also careful that you do it in a thorough way. You need to really investigate here in depth that you don't misjudge the situation. Here, this is what we are seeing here. There could be some frustration, and some people could actually lie to you about certain situations. And you know these lies, and you know you need to be smart. You cannot use that against them. So you need to wait the right time. This is what we are seeing here. We need to be smart here. We need to act stable. This is what we are seeing here. Anyway, it could block the work in some areas of our life. You could find that in your work field or around you, there are not sufficient opportunities offered to you. It's like it's always blocked for you. This is what we are seeing here. You could also feel that your personal creativity on the work front or in the thing that you are involved in, workly, like it's like they're blocking, or your creativity is blocked here in a way. It's like there are limitation on the creativity here. This is what we are seeing here. Anyway, we need to be wary here for certain possible dangers here. We need to be cautious here. It's best here to keep silent here till we are ready to move. It's possible also because Aquarius can be quite stubborn sometimes. If certain things you disagree with, you just block them. This is what we see here also. Here, then we come in the next two cards here. We have the child and the cross here. The child and the cross here, this is that we start to see things in a different light. Here we see that we become aware of certain things in our life, and it's like our conscious is leveling up here. We are about to go in another phase, mental phase in our life. We probably are about to learn some important lessons, some depth in life here, and we are assimilating the situation here, and we are about to enter a path on the internet or in abroad that is destined for us. This is what it's possible here with this combination, that this is a field of work that you are quite innocent, naive. You don't know exactly where this is going. We cannot see what is behind the mountain. And this will cause some difficulties because you are not familiar with this new job that you are about to enter, because I think a new job is hanging there. Anyway, there could be some pressure on you if you are about to enter a new job. If you have a child and this new job, it puts a lot of time on you, or you need to invest a lot of time, it could be difficult to divide our time, our personal time, with the child that we need to invest in the child. So this could be difficult also if we have a child that we are seeing here. It could put a certain stress on our child because we need to work a lot here. This is what we are seeing here with this combination. Here we see here also that if this is a teenager, this person could feel a little bit blocked about this whole situation. Then we have the fox and the mice. We go in the horizontal lines here, the fox and the mice that we are seeing here. We need to be careful here that in some areas of our life, somebody is backstabbing us, backbiting us, something is coming back to us here, information is coming to us here. We should be careful here that somebody is not planning a trick against us and we don't see it coming, because we have the mountain here and sometimes we don't see it coming. So you need to be careful for that here with this combination. It could be a cheap trick here that is pulled out on you, so you need to be careful here. Also, sometimes this could point if you have certain documents, certain papers that belong to you, or something in your house. We need to be careful here for literally for a theft or something that is taken for us. Also, you will not see it coming, so be prepared that your things are, if you have laptops, you use laptops, you have safe passwords. If you have documents, keep your documents safe. See, you have safe locks. This is things what we see here, what we are seeing here. Another way to see here is that you have the feeling, and probably it's a reality here, and that's why you are about to change things in your work, that you are feeling that you are underpaid. This is what we are seeing here. It's possible that we are overworked. We really feel the stress and we feel it's draining our body, but financially, we feel that we are not good off, and probably we are not. We feel that we are robbed. We literally feel robbed, and the work stress is not leveled with the job here. This is what we are seeing here. This is literally that we were in a bubble, or a bubble was created for us, and this bubble plops. You suddenly see how it is here. This is what we are seeing here with this combination. Here we have the feeling that we are not complete. Something is nagging on us, it's biting on us, the mice are biting here. This is what we are seeing here. Then we have the mice and the mountain itself here. We see here we are confronted with obstacles, difficulties in our life. We probably want to do a lot of efforts, or we will do a lot of efforts for getting over the mountain here. This is what we are seeing here. We have the feeling also that this is putting a lot of energy on us. It drains us, and we don't know where to go. We don't know if we can reach the top of the mountain here. This is what we are seeing here with this combination. We need to play it smart, and here the fox tells us we need to divide our energy. We need to divide our energy. We need to see that we keep ourselves healthy. We need to eat well. Our food is also important if we work and we are drained with this combination. Anyway, there's a lot of obstacles here that are gnawing on your energy. This is what we are seeing here. We will try to resolve this situation. It's possible because of this stress, you lose weight. So you need to eat healthy here with this combination. If you feel like eating less, just eat the things that you like that are healthy. This is what we are seeing here with this combination. It's possible that you, in some areas of your life, I'm assuming here it's the work, but it could be other areas also, something is revealed to you, and here you see you know something, or you get to know something, and you know it's unhealthy. Probably it's related to the work, and you know that things are not hunky-dory there. There's some secret here, some dirty secret, something that is not clean there on the work front that you know, but you cannot express this. This is what we are seeing here. It's like you need to experience this here with this combination. Especially we have the cross here, and these are things that are destined to happen for us, but there are positive changes coming by the end. Here we see then the clouds and the man here. It's possible here that we not only have difficulties, but sometimes also we cannot see clear where this is going. It's like we cannot focus on certain things. It's like our mind is clouded. The clouds, they cloud things. And we cannot see clearly where this is going here, but we know we need to resolve it here, this situation. It brings you trouble, your mind is trouble, your mind is clouded, and you want to get out of this situation. You want to have a clear head again. You want to have a clear head again. And for now, it's like it's not possible. You want to find your focus here again. This is what we are seeing here. It's confusion here that we are seeing here. It's possible also if you're a smoker, you smoke more. This is what we see here also with this combination. Anyway, we need to deal here with a lot of negative things here. It's possible also that we lost our way. We really lost our way. We are like drifting around here in some areas of our life. We don't have interest anymore in the job here, and we are floating around here. This is what we are seeing here. It's possible that you don't see, because of all this confusion, that you don't see really who you are anymore. You are maybe dragged down in this situation and you cannot see clear anymore. But here the last two cards are very positive. They make you overcome the problems. You will find a solution, because this is the most positive card of the deck. So you will find a solution for this here. Probably in a way, it could be that you belong on, you rely on your spirituality or on your religion. And through this spirituality or religion, whatever it may be, whatever is close to you, you find back your way. This is what we are seeing, because we see the cross here, and the cross points to spirituality, to religion that we are having here. This is what we are seeing here. Here we see the things will clear out. And also if we have relationship troubles before, because we have the fox here also, this could be connected also. Maybe we left a partner behind, or we are about to let a partner behind, because the fox in relationship, it points that there is something tricky going on also in relationship, and we are about to let go of this relationship. This could also put a stress on you. It's a little bit of both here, the work and the relationship, and we feel that we need to let it go. This is too draining, too stressing on us, too much efforts here also on the relationship that coming to us, and we are about to let it go. But here in the next, possibly somebody else is coming to our life, and this person really could be helping you out here. If this is on the business front, if you are a businessman, this points also that business is improving, especially in abroad or on the internet here. This is what we are seeing here. You will get more lighthearted. You will feel that your luck is back, probably by the end of the month or later to come here. We see that we are fortunate again. We are here in a more, we come in a more unburdened situation. It's like the responsibilities are taken more away from us. This is what we are seeing here with this combination. We feel that we are more free again, and we can more be relaxed again. We feel more free. We are also, maybe before we lost our sense of humor, and here we find it back. This is what we are seeing here. We want to keep more things light once this period of difficulties is passed on here. Then we have the child and the anchor here. Here we see again that we are about to enter a new start here. There's a new beginning here. We are encouraged here to follow our own ideas, our own path of life. It's not easy with the cross. It's not an easy path. Probably, maybe the path is different compared to that of others. Sometimes Aquarius can have a very original life path. And here we see that our choices may not be easy, but some obstacles will be overcome. You will be strong, you will persevere, you find your way back here. This is what we are seeing here. It's possible also, if you have children, that you before you let them more loose, but here it's like you put more discipline on the children. Here, this is what we are seeing here. It's possible that you are putting more discipline on your children. Maybe they're a little bit stubborn for accepting this discipline, but probably you will push through with this combination. If you're a woman and you would be pregnant, that will apply also for certain people in this group. This points to a very safe pregnancy, this combination, because the cross protects us. It happens on time. Everything happens on time. The cross let happen things on time, and the anchor is very solid. So here we see a solid pregnancy, and everything happens on its time, not before its time. It's possible if you're thinking that you are pregnant, probably you are with the cross. Anyway, then we come here further. What do we see here? If you would decide to go out of your work, but normally the anchor disadvises, it tells us not to do so. It's possible that you have a short time other work, but maybe it's best to keep holding on to it for a while till you are sure, till you are more stable. This might be else a temporary job and not what you are waiting for. And we need to see that we don't go from one misery into another here. This is what we are seeing here. But as a parent, coming back to that, here this points to very solid parenthood. This is a very solid parent here, very responsible for the children here. This is what we are seeing here. We see that the child is important to us. If our child would be older already, we cling to the child. This is what we are seeing here with this combination. This points also that we cannot lose our playfulness. We cannot be too structured mountains. We need to keep it light here, especially with the clovers. Try to keep the situation light. I know it's not difficult, not easy sometimes, and it's difficult if we are in trouble, but the clovers tells us to try to be light-hearted, try to see the humor of it in this whole situation. Then we have the anchor and the cross here. This points to certain obligations that we have towards our children. If we are pregnant, it points that we have certain obligations. We need to have certain restrictions we need to keep to here. Maybe we need to eat in a certain way. We need to sleep in a certain way. There are certain things we cannot do anymore if we are pregnant. We need to keep a healthy regime in here for the pregnancy. This is what we are seeing here. We need to be responsible here with this combination. Sometimes also this points that we are in a not positive situation, work like we saw this earlier. This comes back here. The situation is quite unpleasant here for a certain time, and we really need to rely on ourselves, because the fox relies on itself for our survival. It's possible that we need to go in our savings for surviving this difficult time. Then we go here, what do we see more here? Oh, here we see again the anchor, and again here we see the link here with the spirituality here. If you are in a difficult time, it's possible that you find stability, even your life is shaky, you find stability in your religion or your spirituality. It's possible here that somebody younger, maybe in this church community, he has a fresh point of view, and he brings that to you, and it gives you hope in this difficult situation. The person might be younger because we have the child here, but it doesn't mean that the person is necessarily unexperienced. Maybe this person already has encountered a lot of things in his life or before in his childhood, and this person could be quite have a new angle in life. Anyway, on the job front, if you choose to go in another job on the long run, you will be very determined. Even if it's not easy to go here, you will continue what you are doing here. This is what, even if it's not easy, for others it seems that it's like this structure, but you will keep to it here with this combination. And Eventually, if you have trouble with this old job, you will let it get away. This stress, this pressure, you want to get rid of it. Then we go in the vertical lines, we have the fox, the clouds, and the child. Here we see we need to be careful here that everybody is honest. And also we need to be careful that we see it coming. If we transfer in a new job, I already mentioned this, be careful that you have sufficient information, educate yourself, learn yourself. Sometimes the fox tells that we need to educate ourselves. We might be innocent if we go in a new job, so we need to educate ourselves. We need to see we have enough knowledge, else we could be tricked here. This is what we are seeing here. We could be deceived, we could be tricked here. So be careful, see you have enough information. If you go in a new job, see that you are prepared. The fox wants us to be prepared. You need to operate here. Maybe you need to operate between the shades. This information here, this is what we are seeing, because sometimes the fox operates between dusk and dawn. This is what we are seeing here. Anyway, we see again here that we need to keep our food healthy. We see this coming here again. It's possible here also that somebody in your surrounding, they keep up a smoke screen. They smile in front of you, but there's something going on here. We need to be careful here with this combination. You need to listen to yourself. If you feel it coming and you don't know where it's coming from, and you have the feeling it's probably right that there is something going on, you need to trust yourself here in this combination. If the situation seems unclear, uncertain, it's probably us. So be cautious. Also see that you have sufficient knowledge. Try to expand your knowledge if you come in a new job. If you are maybe in the beginning, if you're there in that new job, you need to conceal yourself, maybe because of lack of knowledge. Maybe you maneuvered yourself in this job and you don't have a lot of experience. So here you need to see that you back yourself up. This is what we are seeing. If you don't back yourself up, it could come back to you. So just be careful with that here. Then we have the clouds and the child here. Here we see again that we are inexperienced here. There are some challenges here in this new job that are about to come. You will need more experience. You need to understand things. We see this coming back here. But this is passing worries. If you inform yourself, there could be some small misunderstandings here. Of course, if we begin something, there are misunderstandings, things go wrong. This is how it is in the beginning here with this combination. What is also possible here, if you have a child, that you don't share that with everybody that you have a child. Maybe you don't want, or you don't want to share your pregnancy. If you come in a new job, sometimes for women, we know in certain areas, it could have a negative effect on their career. So maybe you keep this for you because this job is important. But in the end, it will work out well. It will work out well, but maybe as if you think to conceal this in the beginning, this pregnancy, this would be a wise idea to do so. But here we see that we will get more independence in the end. Probably something will be offered to us in abroad, and this would give us more freedom, or maybe more ability to maneuver here. This is what we are seeing here. Here we see here, what we see here also, sometimes we see for women with this combination that they are not sure if they can have children, and you are insecure about it. But here with the cross, in general, it could point to having children late in life. So if this influences of your career and you're restricted now to having children, it's possible that this is the case now. Maybe you feel your biological clock ticking. But here we see that this child is destined to be. Maybe it's not yet the right time. Now there's a lot of means and there's a lot of possibilities for a couple for getting pregnant on later age. So you should not worry for now, because it's actually destined to be. But maybe later on, these cards sometimes are ruled by Saturn later on. So for now, it's common that women in their 30s, they still get pregnant. So it's not a drama. Even in their 40s, they get pregnant. So it's not yet a drama. I know your clock is ticking, but it's still possible as a couple here, or as a person that you get pregnant here. But then we have the mice and the man here. Oh, yeah, just see if I everything here. Yeah. Then we have the mice and the man here. Here we see that we need to be careful that people around us, we cannot be trusted. It's possible also that people, due to some circumstances in our life, it's like maybe something caused that people have a distrust towards you. Maybe something happened there on the work floor before, and it's like they distrust you now. And maybe that's why you get out. Maybe it was not your fault, but something happened there. This is what we are seeing here, but it has a very big influence. You are very stressed about it here. So take care of yourself if you feel less energy here. See that you eat and that you eat well. We saw this several times coming back here. Then we come in the next phase. So this is connected again to the positive side. We see we get back on our feet here. We are more sure here about the situation. We find purpose back, and it could be related again that we find this through fate. You will become more consistent, stable here again. This is what we are seeing here with this combination. You will be very focusing on yourself for the future, and you should also, you would find your security back here with this combination here. This is what we are seeing here, man or woman, it applies on both, because we do a big reading here, general reading here. So you will find your stability back after this period of decay or distrust that is going on here. The reason why this all happened could be a little bit unclear. Sometimes we cannot see exactly what happened, but I'm sure with the fox you will try to find out exactly what happened there. And then we have the mountain, the clovers. This is then a very positive combination here, as good as it gets here. We have a lot of we have a lot of luck here, especially on the internet. Things are coming to us. If we go in a new job, we could have a lot of freedom on this job on internet. If we go in a job abroad, we could have a lot of freedom, but it will come with responsibilities. The cross gives us responsibilities, and sometimes the cross is heavy, so it carries on us, and the mountain is a heavy card also, so you will have responsibilities here. This is what, but there is luck in abroad here. With the clovers, we will be able, even if we have a lot of responsibility, new responsibilities, we will be able to keep our ground here, to be more stable. We will go ahead with things, even if we have trouble, we just go with it. We will not let us trouble us, these challenges. We just go, and we will not be moved anymore. We will just go for our focus, for our target here. This is what we are seeing here. If there are certain problems that we are facing, or that we are still having, it's probably possible here with this combination also that we ignore the problem, and that we just focus on one particular field in our life here. This is what we are seeing here. But anyway, there's some luck here going on. Then we have the clovers and the cross here, the last two cards. We trust in our fate here. There's providence. We feel that we are guided. We are on the right track here, and this internet thing or this thing in abroad could really be for us here. We connect it also to our spirituality. We see it as our fate is helping here. Our spirituality is helping us here with this combination. This is what we are seeing here. Even if we have big burdens, we see them as light. We will not take them so heavily here. This is what we are seeing here. Then we go in the cross. We have the mountain, the man, and the child here. The mountain and the man here, this points to a foreigner, person in abroad that is in your life. Could be a man or a woman here that is coming into your life, a person in abroad where you have contact with. As I said earlier, it's possible that this person is younger than you. This is possible here, or he's more innocent here. It's possible that this person lives in a more remote area, and it's not always or this woman is living in a more remote area and it's not always possible to reach them. There's maybe some blockages. Sometimes in some countries we have internet problems. It's like that here with that we are seeing here. Here we see also that it will not be easy, this new responsibilities, but we will take these responsibilities here that we are showing here. Sometimes also this points that we cannot show always that we are innocent in some fields of our life. We cannot always show who we are. It's like we need to keep our mask on here. Sometimes the fox is like a mask. He don't really show what we are. So if we are innocent in certain fields of our life, we will hide ourselves. This is what we are seeing, but maybe sometimes we are catched with our innocence, but it's not necessarily a negative thing here. We are on the path here for becoming a master here in our life. This is what we are seeing here. Anyway, we are also advised here with this with these cards that we overthink our problems, look around us and see if the way that or the road that we have chosen don't offers alternatives. If it's too difficult, try to find alternatives. This is what we are seeing here with this combination. Sometimes the alternative is in simple solutions because the child is simple. So we can find, sometimes it's not complicated. So the solution may be quite in your reach. The solution might be quite innocent. It might be a small solution that resolves in here you can find maybe that you are having a big problem and you can find the solution in something simple. This is what we are seeing here with this combination. Anyway, we will get on the move here. We will also listen to, again, here we see a younger person that we are listening to. This is possible here also, but eventually we will need to make our own decisions. Also, it can point to if we have a certain partner in our life, that maybe for both of them it's difficult, or for one of both it's difficult to listen to each other, to appreciate their point of view. One of the both or both have difficulties to listen to each other. This is what we are seeing here. Anyway, we are urged here to apply new energy, new ideas, new spiritual values. This is what we are seeing here with this combination. Sometimes also we could see here with this combination, the mountain and the man here. Sometimes also we could have here we see also then with the man and the cross here. We see that that we are guided here. We are guided in a certain path of our life here, and we follow. Maybe this is this younger person that we are following here in our life. There is some spirituality here that we are seeing here. With this is what we are seeing here. There will be some burdens here that put upon you also, but you have the clovers there. You will overcome them here with this combination. Anyway, with the fox and the man, we need to be very careful what is happening, what is happening around us here. This is what we are seeing with this combination. Anyway, for the matches for the fire group, this is all for now. It's a little bit a tricky lane, but the end is quite good. If you take certain steps for going on abroad or in the internet, this could be really the destiny to be, but you will need to be smart and play it smart. Maybe now it's a tricky time. You need to keep to yourself and it's a hustle in the beginning of the month, but by the end of the month or a little bit later, you will come out of it, but you need to see new angles here. It's important here that we are not close-minded and we keep our mind open here with the child. So for the fire group for Aquarius, this is all. I hope you get a little bit wiser out of this card reading. If you did, please subscribe to my channel. If this card reading don't fit you at all, please check out the other 3 card readings that are immediately connected here in this session. You can check out also the short philosophical financial card readings that we do each month for your sign. Anyway, I want to thank you for your time, Aquarius, and I'm sure we see each other in my other videos. Thank you and bye-bye for now.